All right, so this is BTC, yeah. So let's have a look at BTC again. I dropped a markup on BTC, and that was a very simple breakdown that I did. So basically, if you've watched the video on the speed resistance fund, you see that looking at this structure, if I want to use the fund, what I'll do here is this high here, right? That is my lower high. And what I do is draw my fund from here, right? So right from that level here, if you're using the fund when price came to this level here, that is your entry. Your entry is here. So you take a short here with your stop loss here, TP1, TP2. So this is how your trade would have been like. But I got in here with looking at something like different, and I'm out. I got out of the trade because of this rejection of the fund, right? So this will be your trade. You're getting in here, and that is your take profit. Like I said, you want the take profit to align with structure points. So because this is like slanting to the upside, you need to align it to a structure point. So here you would look at it, the closest structure to the fund. So this would have been like a good level. So somewhere around here will be your TP, right? And that will be TP1, TP2. That is if you went in the trade with the fund, like if you're using the fund and you went into the trade with the fund, that would be how your trade is looking at. So the first trade is the 3.3 risk to reward ratio. Second trade is 5.3 risk to reward ratio. So here, if you want a decent level to take your TP, you want the closest structural point. So that level, or maybe that low, makes more sense. Yep, this low makes more sense. So that would be 5.2, right? This is also another trade. After the break of this level and a pullback for the rate test, that is another trade here. So that is another potential trade. But this one, the risk reward would be terrible because your stop loss will go on to the above the next structural point. So your stop loss will be here, and TP would be the same level, right? So this will be 1:1.8. So you decide whether you want to take this trade or not, right? So what I said yesterday, looking at this in this case, so there are multiple things happening here, right? And that is why at this point here, BTC needs to take out this decision line here. Because currently we have a double top on a double bottom on top of the decision line. And there is a high chance that price would take out multiple liquidity before we drop. But if we break out of this level here, like I said, the next stop on BTC would be 50K. If we break out of that level. So let me see. So 1.272. Yep. So that is TP2. Like if we break out of here, boom, that's the next level. Like, so if you want to wait, that is what you are waiting for. But now looking at other forms of strategies, that's is showing, and that's the reason why you actually need to wait for the pullback, because what this structure is signifying that this push here, all right, so basically what happened was that this low took out liquidity from this low here. This is a little bit of ICT. I don't trade ICT, but I do learn a few things. Like, it's not bad to learn a few concepts. Like, I mean, liquidity is a general concept, but it's like ICT is liquidity is more or less like this kind of liquidity is more or less like associated with ICT. But yeah, it's just liquidity. So price took out this low, right? And it took out this low. and created this level here, and price took out this level here. So there's a high chance we could get a very significant pullback, which could be like very significant. So at this point here, if you keep your fund here, what you are looking for is if price decides to make a big pullback, we still need to stay above this level here. But for a 50K break, we need to see this push to this level here. Because I am bearish on BTC, this was a good buy. You can look to take a buy here, but I'm not sure what BTC would do from here, especially as it has not even started doing anything. It has not taken out any of these highs here. So for now, I'll just chill. If we break, wait for the retest, sell to 50K. So if we break a retest, that is what you want to do. You find an entry below the decision line. And if this level are still the current structure, this is how your trade will be like. But like I said, there is a potential for a big pullback, which I would have to re-evaluate based on what kind of structure we do get. And this will be 1:5 ratio. So keep this in mind. So I think I'll do a separate breakdown on Ethereum. The structure is still bearish on Ethereum, but it's a completely different structure, right? But with that being said, now let's go back and see where if we get a pullback, we could potentially get a pullback too. So let's start with a weekly time frame. So with a weekly, there is a lot of levels that is created. So this is a confirmed bearish structure because now if we get a pullback, we are not creating like the possibility of BTC creating any all-time high above 73K is done maybe in the future. Right now, if BTC pulls back, this is the highest level it is going for. Because if you look at this is a lower high. Price is yet to take out this low, but this is a significant supply zone that price created here. And based on this structure here, if I draw my fund from here, we've broken out of here. So TP1 here. So here, okay, I'll kind of TP1 here is 52K. And if we break out of that, we can actually, well, that is, I don't think this is going to be very steep. So I think the TP will be a little high. So one thing with the fund is like, especially if you are making a projection like this, because this is slanted, right? You like price might touch it here. If price touches it here, it's a different price. If it touches it here, it's a different price. If it touches it here, it's a different price. I believe you know what I'm trying to say. So when price what just happened? It looks like okay, that's all good. So that's why you go for the immediate structure point. So this would be a very decent level. If price decide to like take some time, this would be a decent level at 38K. So looking at it from the bigger perspective, we could actually do 38K. But from what we already broke down, the price takes out the current level that we were sitting on. Our next stop is 50K. But if we drop to 52K, there's going to be a significant pullback. So this current push that is currently happening, if the dollar becomes super weak, this could actually come all the way back up to 73K. No, not 73K, sorry. The high at this point here is 67K. That is whose dog is making so much. It's time to close my yeah. So that is possible, but I wouldn't expect that to happen. Like, we will take it. One thing I've stopped doing is you can make a long-term projection, but then a lot of factors can happen along the line, changing the structure and all that. So I like to take it one step at the other. Like, if the need be that you do that kind of analysis, you do it. But right now, it's like I'm watching, right? So if any change happens, I see that change happen, right? Right. So back on the daily time frame from the weekly time frame, this is a significant level here. Significant level, like you can see here. So right now, this is what I was talking about. This resistance needs to be taken out. And if it does take out, we could come back to 67K. Could come back to 67K. But if it fails to take out this level here, then what it will do is take out that level that we spoke about and then hit 52K. And from 52K, we'll look to hit 50K. But we would expect a significant pullback from the 52K level because of this demand zone here. Right. So we take it one step at the other. It looks like we are way above. Like, we are going so much beyond. Like, we take it one step at the other. Right. So right now, simply based on the market structure that we have at the moment, this is what we have. Price is currently sitting on this level here. I think I'll go for. If we take out this level here, we'll look to sell. And our price target would be 50K. And the next stop would be 52K and a pullback from 52K. And then we will target 50K. But this is so if you don't have the funnel, you don't know how to use it, just look at price to take out and retest this daily support here, and then boom. Then it will be a fall of Jericho. And if you're looking at the target point, this is the target point. So on your daily time frame, there's this structure point that is sitting here. That if price takes out the low, it's going to the 52K level, right? So that is what I think with BTC. Like I said, there is a potential for a pullback. So I'm not saying take or look to sell BTC now. If we take out the high, there's a high chance we'll get a very significant pullback back to this area. That would be more or less like a retest of this neck region before. And that would actually be sweet because in that case, the drop will be happening from here. So we'll try again. All right. So this is what I see on BTC. Let me know what you think.